Today, you're going to learn the one thing that helped me save 10 years of my life, and if you give me 6 minutes right now, I'm going to show you how to do exactly that. I used to be in a position where I never thought I was good enough, where I thought I needed more skills, more expertise, more certifications underneath my belt to do the things that I wanted to do. And the reason why that couldn't be further from the truth is because of one simple thing, and I want to show you how you can get over this almost immediately. So in front of you right now, you see these little figures, right? And I want you to start here on the left side here, and this is you. And this is you right now, and let's say hypothetically you have 2 years of experience in whatever industry you're in, and you have 1 degree underneath your belt. A majority of us, a majority of people will want to upskill and they'll want to get more experience. So then you become this second person here on the right side who has 5 years experience, right, under the belt, and now you got 2 degrees because now you've upskilled. And then as you keep going, this is you now, you then get more experience, now you got 20 years underneath your belt, and you upskill, and now you got 5 degrees. Now, obviously now you're in this position where you have 20 years underneath your belt, you got 5 degrees, you probably feel a lot more confident than the person you used to be back in the day. This actually might be not the case, right? A lot of people I meet who are in this position, who have 20 years underneath their belt, sometimes still feel the self-doubt, imposter syndrome by, before stepping into something they really want to lean into, whether it's coaching, mentoring, education, a business, whatever else it is. Whether you're here or here, the only thing that really matters is your belief in yourself and your abilities. Because you have to remember, the main thing that people pay for, the main thing that you can provide as a person, a practitioner, someone of value, is an outcome. And that's all people care about, right? So if you can get someone from point A to point B, and I work specifically with health professionals and wellness professionals, whether that's in weight loss, knee pain, rehab, whatever that is, as long as you can get them to their desired situation, that's the main thing. It doesn't matter if you have 2 years experience, 5 degrees, 1 degree. The main thing is, can you get me to where I want to go? So let's say, for example, this is you on a Saturday morning, and you're gonna go catch an Uber to your favorite cafe, which is Coffee & Co. And they do the best coffees, and they do the best, this is supposed to be like a cake. It looks like cheese, but it's supposed to be a cake, coffee and cake, right? And they do the best coffee and cakes in town. And you know that it's a 10-minute ride to go from where you are to the cafe. Now you go for an Uber and you have 2 options. You have A and then you have B, right? And your decision now is to go, okay, do I go with car A and car B? And given that they both have a 5-star ratings, right? Now you can probably see here, I've got written down here, car A only has 2 years experience of driving. Car B has 10 years experience. Now, in regards to the fee of getting from point A to point B, nothing's really going to change whether I go with B or I go with A, right? They're still going to get me to where I want to go, which is Coffee & Co. In 10 minutes. And this is what I wanted to illustrate, is that what you're paying for is the outcome, or what people pay for is the outcome. So regardless whether you're the driver in A or the driver in B, if you can get that person to Coffee & Co., you are as valuable as the other car, as the other people, as the other person, right? And this is a simple framework that I want you to start to see and envision for yourself, that while skills, experience, and certifications matter to some degree, it's not going to be the reason why people will pay you or why you won't be able to start a successful business. The main thing is, can you give people the outcome that they want? And I wanted to show you what this looked like in my life. So I graduated in this is challenging me now, 2010, I think? No, I think it's even earlier. Anyway, I graduated, right? It took me 9 months to finally open up my own practice. In 9 months, I worked underneath a multidisciplinary clinic. I was a physiotherapist amongst like other chiros and podiatrists. And 9 months, I just got sick of the whole 9-to-5 grind. And at this time, when I wanted to open up my own clinic, you could just imagine the talk that I got from friends, family of like, I probably need more experience. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm only 9 months out of uni. All this stuff, right? But eventually I said, I think I'm good enough and I can provide results for my patients. I can get them from pain to pain-free. So, I was like, I feel like this is the right step for me. So as soon as I leaned into opening up my clinic, what happened next was amazing. What happened next is that in the first 3 years of opening the business, I was able to make a lot more than the average physio. I was able to double, if not triple, my income. And from there, I was able to have a lot of happy clients underneath my belt because of the fact that I knew how to provide outcomes. It wasn't tied to the fact that I was only 9 months out of uni. I could get someone from a painful ankle to a pain-free ankle as fast and as efficient as someone 10 years in the game who could do the same. Now, fast forward where I then opened up my second clinic, and then from that second clinic going into full-time online, that only took me 6 months. And same thing again, right? It's this whole thing where in 6 months, I saw the following and brand that I built to the point where I saw this as an opportunity for me to lean into it. And again, I haven't been in this online space for 10 years, 15 years, right? I was only in this online space for 6 months and all that happened. And I knew that I was good enough to be able to consistently post content, consistently build my brand, consistently keep growing. And therefore, I leaned completely into it because the outcome in this online space for me was how can I continue to grow, continue to make content, and continue to get my followers into, paying clients or turning your audience from cold to sold. And because I was so focused on the outcome and I knew I was good enough to provide those outcomes, that's what allows me to step and move forward. Now, I want to show you some other clients that have been able to do the same for themselves. So these are the clients I work with in my Limitless Circle mentorship. We have Paul the podiatrist, who when we started was literally at like 1,000, 2,000 followers. And now Paul the podiatrist is now at 72,000 followers. And he is now the leading podiatrist in Singapore. And mind you, he's not a podiatrist with years and years of experience compared to other people. There's other people out there with more experience, more certifications, more XYZ. But why is it that he has this bigger following and he's become the leading authority in Singapore? Well, the reason is because he knew that he was good enough. He knew that he could provide the outcome that his audience, his followers wanted and needed, right? Secondly, we have Yannick. Yannick is a chiro and a coach from Canada. And same thing goes, right? He's a chiro who wanted to get into the online space, and he knew that he could provide the outcome for men over 30 who wanted to lose weight and gain muscle because he's done it himself. Now, has he been a trainer for 30, 40 years? No. Does he have multiple certifications under his belt? No. But he's crushing it, right? Yannick is doing like 15K a month online, right? While he's working in person, and this is purely based on the fact that he knows that he's good enough. And the one thing that I just want to show you, the pattern-wise with Paul and Yannick, is that they understand the outcome is all that matters. Not the years of experience you have, the skills or expertise. Can you give your audience the outcome that they want? And lastly, we have George. And George just started a couple of weeks ago, who already has 2 paying clients, right? And he's closed at a 4-figure rate with these clients. And given that he has, just under 1,000 followers, but why? He knows that he can provide the outcome. So in George's space, he's mentoring other health professionals to be able to assess, treat, diagnose XYZ properly so that they can be confident in treating the barbell athlete. Skills, experience is yes, somewhat of a factor, but if you can provide the outcome, that is all you need. I just want to get that through because I struggled with this for the longest time with my own journey. I want to now go into how can you now change this for yourself. If you're someone who's 2 years in the game, 20 years in the game, 15 years in the game, 40 years in the game, how do you actually step into this and be able to do the things you want to do? Start that business, build that personal brand, grow, right? Be authentically you. How do you start there? How do you do that? So number one, it's starting with your identity. It's starting with the stories that you tell yourself. The story that you tell yourself that you're a confident person instead of a shy person. The story that you tell yourself that you're good enough versus not good enough. You start with the story that you tell yourself, and these are the most powerful things that you can do for yourself to be able to propel growth. And once you start to change the stories that you tell yourself and you start to change your identity, this then starts to change your thoughts. And your thoughts goes from I can't to I can. It goes from I don't want to do this to I get to do this. Right? And once you start to have thoughts that are positive thoughts that start to really open up your mind, it then starts to give you the feelings of confidence, the feelings of self-worth, the feelings of value. And you can probably see these feelings will then drive into action. And that action is behavior. So you then might step into pulling your camera out and shooting content, starting that business. You now might start being able to go out to, have discussions with people you always looked up to, but you never thought you could because you kind of felt inferior. But now you're in the same conversation, you're standing as equal, right? It causes action. And from this action, you can probably guess it already, that's what gives you the results. That's what allows you to step into your desired reality, into your dream life that you want for yourself. So in order for you to actually step into this, it starts with the stories that you tell yourself and the identity that you identify with. And that in itself will flow into your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and then your reality. And this is how you save 10 years of your life. This is what most people miss, and this is what I want you to really start to focus on over the next week, over the next year, is focus on who you are and start to reshape the identity that you see yourself as. Now, for those of you who want to know how to achieve your goals even faster, there's another YouTube video that I created called This is Boring, but You'll Achieve Your Goals Fast. Go to my YouTube channel, have a bit of a watch. There's other videos on there as well if you'd like to have a bit of a geese. Otherwise, feel free to give me a follow on Instagram. We can have a bit more of a chat there. Best place to reach me. I'll put the link below in the description. And if we can, I think we're up a couple of hundred now from the last video, which is awesome. We're at 752 subscribers. If we can get this bad boy to 1,000, I would be eternally grateful. And again, thank you for watching. I know you don't have to, spend your time and energy watching to the end of this video. So appreciate you being here. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Much love, and I'll see you in the next video.